Well, Ms. Kajang, this week in Family Discussions, what do you have for We the People?
How to talk to kids about not fitting in.
All right, then.
And a question for the people of the universe.
We do have one from the smallish denizens of the universe.
All right.
Why are adults so condescending to kids?
All right.
Let's go. Hello, scout friend Cheska.
Hello.
How be ye?
Good, and you?
Excellent, thank you.
Nice.
So, are you done clowning around over there?
Yeah, are you?
Nah, probably not.
I figured.
You
All right.
wish to speak upon?
Yes. So our topic for today, kind of fitting last week's topic, is how to talk to kids about not fitting in. This is a tricky one, like most of them are. It's tricky to talk to your kids about things, especially very important things like this.
We only talk about tricky things here, Irish.
Yep. This one's something that I feel like I've struggled with a little bit throughout my life. I think it's something that a lot of kids struggle with, but not every kid. This is one of those things where not every kid struggles with this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just found it hard growing up to fit those standards of whatever those standards were in my phase of growing up.
Yes. Just as an aside, and same as last week, this is an adult problem too.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
And not all of the things we talk about are. Like some
No.
of them are specifically adult problems, some of them are specifically kid problems.
Yeah, these two topics, the one from last week and this week, go hand in hand, kind of.
Yeah, they very much do.
Think of it as a sequel. I don't really struggle with this anymore because I have a really nice, friendly group of friends that I really get along with and I fit in with very well. So shout out Sophia and Calum. So how to talk to kids about not fitting in. This is a very complicated thing to talk to your kids about because, like last week, it's not something that the kid would want to talk about. It's a tricky thing that a kid would have to build up courage to talk to you about because it sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah, first the thing it does is requiring you to be honest with yourself about your circumstance. Nobody wants to sit there, especially in a kid phase of life, thinking that they don't fit in, they don't have any friends, they can't get along.
Like I said, it's really not something that everybody goes through, so...
I guess you could have friends and still not fit in.
For sure you can.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. You can be in a friend group and still feel like an outsider. I went to a school where all the girls were in a group and all the guys were in a group, and there weren't really any separate friend groups. But that kind of made room for some people to feel left out because maybe having a big group wasn't the right way to go.
Well, and then in your case, what often happen to you is that people who feel like outsiders tend to group together, and then you just have your little outsider group, which oftentimes only helps to reinforce the feelings of being an outsider.
Yeah, for sure. I think the best thing you can do to your kid that feels like they are an outsider or like they don't fit in is to just tell them that I don't even know. Like, I don't know what to...
Well, from my point of view, I just tried to point out to you that it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very, very difficult one for an adult to talk to a kid about because essentially it doesn't matter. Like, you're trying to fit in with nothing, man. You don't need to fit in. You just need to be yourself. But that's easy to say as an adult, but to tell that to a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old or a 14-year-old is they're like, yeah, okay, buddy, but that's not how it works.
Yeah.
I have to fit in, man. If not, I'm just hanging out there all alone and unprotected in the wild.
Yeah,
you finding your tribe, right? That's what I always told you guys. Like, find your tribe now, find your tribe tomorrow, find your tribe in the future. Find your tribe, man. That's the key to me for being a kid and trying to navigate this fitting in question. And it's the key for an adult who also feels like they don't fit in. If you feel like you don't fit in, I don't care what age you are, find your tribe, man. Find your people, because they're there.
Yeah.
They're there. So
and I
find
think
them.
My problem was, and I think the most kids' problems was that they felt like they'd never fit in, like they'd never find a group of people, like because they just felt like estranged, like that they weren't like anybody else. And
you may not be like anybody else in your school. You know, different grades. Yeah, different grades have different kids, and different schools have different kind of vibes. And but the school isn't the world.
No.
Your dance class or your hockey team, that's not the world, man. No. There's a big world outside of that. Like, again, you got to find your tribe.
We just so happen to have to come to Canada to find my tribe.
Wow, there's but you find your tribe wherever you go, man. You're pretty good at that. You are pretty good at finding that one or two, because that's the other thing, right? I think stressing to kids that to fit in, man, you don't have to fit in. You need to find one or two people that you vibe with, and then you're good. There's this misconception, I think, amongst everybody in the world that you need to be connected with everybody at all times. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and it creates so much pressure on you to feel like you aren't fitting in if you only have a couple of friends.
I think that the best advice I can give is to just be yourself, and eventually your group of people or the people that resonate with you will find you, and you'll find them.
Oh, for sure.
The minute you start being yourself around people is when the people that you would get along with will start coming to you. Whether that's on a vacation or
so true.
In your after school activity, you will find them and they will find you. But
if you're
as long as you are acting like somebody else, then
awesome point.
People that are how you're acting are gonna find you. But that's not what you want.
Awesome point. Just if you're being yourself, that will attract people eventually. And there's the advantage too of the internet today. Like, you guys use it so dumbly, man. Like, you just endlessly are scrolling and seeing the same things over and over, and getting these false, ridiculous ideas of the world. But the flip side of that, the internet and all that accessibility, is, man, you can find your people more easily now than any other time in the history of the world. Mm-hmm. If you're interested in a thing, there's discords for it, there's forums, there's places you can go and find like-minded people. It's amazing, the ability to connect that the internet provides is awesome. But yet, a lot of times we reduce our ability to connect online to a few stupid sites that we go on endlessly, or some things that somebody else has told us we must follow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really one for online friends. Like, I'm not the kind of person to make online friends, but I think that it's an amazing thing that...
Well, I'm not talking about online friends. I'm talking about finding your people, right?
Yeah,
I mean, in your neighborhood, in your city, in your town. Like, I mean, the ability to go out and find out that there's people there that are like you in the world, and then figure out ways to find them in real life. Oh yeah, I mean, if your whole life takes place online, that's exactly the opposite of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you need the people in real life. But what I'm saying is that the internet allows you to find out that they're there, and to learn about them, and then doing that is what you said. It's your being yourself, and then it will get narrowed down back to your exact environment, where you will find, like, the next, say we're in Oaxaca, and there's lots and lots of people there. There's no question. There's your people are there.
Yeah.
It's just finding them.
Yeah,
but you're not going to find them online, but you'll find online that they exist.
Yeah,
and we're talking about, like, what a kid can do, especially, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can find out that you're not alone.
I am talking about online friends, because I know that online friends are a big help to people that, to kids who don't fit in or don't feel like they can fit in. I think that the internet is a great place sometimes for a kid to go and find people that they do resonate with and they do get along with.
Well, yeah, we're saying the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But
okay.
I'm saying that that can't be the end of it.
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree on that.
Because it's still not real.
No, for sure it isn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm saying that you are inundated with so much nonsense, you kids, honestly, and adults too, are inundated with so much nonsense that leaves you to believe that what you need to do to fit in is this.
Yeah.
This stupidity here, this stupidity there. You need to have this opinion. You need to wear these clothes. You need to think this is funny.
Yeah.
It's just a sea of stupidity.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But it creates this idea that what fitting in is, that's something external to you. But it's not. Fitting in is your point, is the point that you exactly made, is representing yourself in the world, whether that's online or in real life, presenting exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And not being concerned with blowback, not being concerned if that isn't exactly what the latest meme suggests.
Yeah. To circle back to the original question, how do you talk to your kids about not fitting in? It's a tricky thing, but I think that you need to make sure that your kid understands that they don't have to fit in. Like it's not something that they have to do to feel okay with themselves.
Yeah. And it's okay to be sad. It's okay it's okay to feel left out.
Exactly.
Like it's completely normal to feel left out.
Yeah.
Like if you're being left out, then of course that hurts.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm not suggesting that it doesn't, that's for sure.
No.
So you tell them that. It's okay, man. Validate it.
Yeah, exactly. As somebody that has felt like that before, and I'm sure that most girls at my age have felt like that at some point, but I think definitely more than others, for sure.
Extra hard for you guys, for girls.
Yeah, because I feel like we're just constantly comparing ourselves. I feel like guys don't really have that as much. I'm not saying they don't have that, because I'm sure
it's no way we have it as much, man. Guys are much less concerned with if their buddies tell them, your shoes look goofy, who cut your hair. They're like, yeah, okay, whatever, man. Most of the time. It's not the same thing. There's not the same pressure on guys. And again, that's online too, right? That goes back to all the nonsense. Back in the day, it was just magazines, TVs, movies. And now it's freaking every time you open your phone, you guys especially are being, just swamped with images of how you're supposed to look and what you're supposed to wear. And
yeah.
It's easy to not fit in if you're using that as your, your way of grading your existence.
Yeah. It's rough to be a kid in this generation. Everybody, especially with the internet, everybody's comparing themselves, and that just adds to the weight of feeling like you're not enough, or you're not pretty enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not this enough, because of the internet. And every kid in your class has, Instagram, and that just gives them access to your personal life. And
you feel like you have to be part of it, which makes me just crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, my friend posted this from the beach trip that we had,
right?
So now I have to.
Too.
Yeah.
Not maybe you as much now, but it's a big part of it.
Yeah,
like
for
you're
sure.
afraid of, what did I miss?
For sure it is, yeah.
I think trying to let a kid know there's a difference between fitting in and belonging too. Like fitting in is you trying to be something you're not to make somebody else happy, right? Like letting somebody else define you. And belonging is finding people who accept you for who you are. You belong there.
Yeah,
you're not trying to cram yourself into a square peg in a round hole.
Right.
You're trying to find a square hole.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Get the kid to focus on their own strengths, right? What's uniquely them, what makes them. That's huge, man, huge. And if it's some nerdy thing, well, lean right in, man. Find your people. Yeah,
I think it's a big thing at school as well. I personally think schools should put more of an effort into teachers. I think teachers should put more of an effort into making sure that kids feel comfortable in that area, even if it means, seating people with who the teacher might think get along with their observations. Whether that's, telling a kid that they might enjoy this after school program or something like that, where
it's tough though, right? Class 25 kids.
It is, for sure it is.
That's the thing with the world, isn't it? Like parenting, man. parenting is such a huge gig.
Yeah.
Like it's you can put your kids in school, but if you think the school is going to bring your kids up for you, man, you're sorely mistaken. Yeah. Like it's just not how it works, especially today. Mm-hmm. I mean, if this is such a this is again, it comes back to confidence. The same as the bullying thing. It's all about confidence. If you have to feel confident. If you feel confident in yourself, then you don't care, man. You don't care.
No.
If you just don't care, because you are who you are and you're happy with that. And that's the hardest thing to be, isn't it? Is for a kid or an adult is just happy with yourself.
Yeah.
Feeling good about yourself, and that confidence solves so many problems. Just feeling good about yourself. That's what you can do for a kid, is help them to feel as confident as they can about themselves. Share your experiences. You know, let the kid know a time when you felt out of place or didn't fit in. Because
I think that's a big one. Please make sure that your kid understands that you have felt like that before too.
Yeah, that it's not just them.
Yeah.
Because everybody has. I don't care who you are, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and as always, right, the kid's got to know that they can talk to you.
Yeah.
Fitting in is you know me, because I mean, you're my kid, and so you've heard all of my rants.
Yeah.
And you know that one of the things I most strongly feel against is the idea that you need to fit in, like measuring yourself against others. You know.
Yeah, that's
like what we say.
I'll never need nor allow another person to define me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a good thing that I tried to brainwash you with.
Yeah.
It straight up was too, like right from when you were little, because I think it's huge. I think it's just it's critically huge that you just don't let yourself be defined by other people. Just don't. Yeah. Then it doesn't matter. Then you're not trying to fit in. Then fitting in becomes irrelevant. Like you're just being you, and you'll find your way. You'll find your place.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I would say that how do you talk to your kid about not fitting in? Just make sure that they don't feel like they have to fit in. Make sure that they're always unapologetically themselves. To help them find a place where they do fit in.
Yeah.
That's my advice to a parent.
Pay attention to your kid, and I say that, I shouldn't say it like that, like it's so easy to do, because it's not. But we as parents, we need to pay attention to our kids like it's a job, because it is.
Yeah.
And try and understand what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, what gives them pleasure, what gives them pain. Like try to understand them, and then try to help them to be the most they can be, and that gives them confidence. So you get the kid doing things that makes the kid feel good about him or herself.
Yeah, for sure.
And then encourage them to find like-minded kids, and to not worry about it if they're doing something that other people don't like. Too bad. As long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're not upsetting anybody else, ruining anybody else's day, if you're happy, well, sweet.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome. It's confidence, is just, again, confidence. I keep saying that, but the older I get, the more I realize what a role confidence plays, you know. Yeah. It's like you look at anything, sports, music, anything, any endeavor, driving a truck, anything. If you lack confidence, you're always going to be struggling. Always, always, always struggling. You might still be successful, but you're always going to be struggling, because it's going to be a fight every day to do the thing you need to do, because you're always second guessing yourself. You're always, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. Yeah. There's never any victory. Everything's just uphill every day. And you look at the people who are super successful in those fields, most of them have extreme confidence in themselves.
Yeah, true.
And you'll hear professional athletes, you'll hear all the time talking about how confidence is everything, because it really is. Mm-hmm. Or like Madish on the bike. You know, when he had a wreck on trying to go down some stairs. And it's because halfway down he was like, oh, I can't do this. What am I doing? This is stupid. Yeah. And then boom, you're down. Mm-hmm. But if you have the confidence, you just do it. You And then that's way safer. It's way less dangerous.
Yep.
I still prefer he doesn't do these things, but if you're going to do them confidently.
Yeah.
You know, go to your doom with confidence, man.
The confidence thing, you said professional athletes, it made me think of this thing I saw, and it was an NBA player during an interview, and the interviewer asked him, what's the slickest thing you've ever done? And he says, he leans back, the slickest, and you already know it's about to be just the cringiest thing ever. And he goes, well, one time in college, I was playing against this team, and we didn't lose many games, and I was at the face-off, right? And I was looking at
the basketball game?
Yeah.
The face-off?
I don't know.
Okay.
And I was looking at him. What, tip-off or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I was looking at him. And I said to him, don't go very far. I don't feel like running today. And nobody laughed. Nobody, like, not one person in the interview room said a thing. And he leaned back and he nervously grabbed his cup and he was like, so, yeah, that's probably the slickest thing I've ever done.
Wow.
It's so embarrassing to watch.
That's not very slick.
I'll have to show you.
What's the slickest thing you ever did? That's actually a great question, man. I'm putting that question into my top drawer questions.
Probably when I was racing Maddish and I cheated.
Wow.
Can't think of anything
You think that
slicker.
was slick? You feel that was pretty slick, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you've done some slick things.
Or when I was in a jiu-jitsu tournament and I won and the kid wouldn't shake my hand, so I went up to his parent and said that his son wouldn't shake my hand, and he made his son shake my hand.
That you feel that was slick? Wow.
Well, it was satisfying.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. The ones that pop into my head are not really. They're not really suitable for.
I'm not a slick person. Like, I just don't. I don't know. I'm not a very slick person. I know what's the slickest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
When we were at the jiu-jitsu lineup at the end of class, and Madish and I had just gotten our green belts, and we were standing at the front of the line because nobody else was there. And I managed to stand in front of him because we're both the same belt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I deserve to be at the front just as much as he does. So I stood in front of him. That was probably the slickest thing I've ever done. I did get the silent treatment for a solid 2 hours, though.
Yeah, that qualifies. All right, moving on to internet questions.
That's right, from a kid. This one's is funny because it's something that you and I have talked about before. Why are adults so condescending to kids? And it's funny because it makes you realize that kids do notice when you're being annoyingly condescending to them. Like, growing up, you're talking to an adult, especially because I grew up with you talking to me and Mom as well. And neither of you guys ever spoke down to us. Like, you always talked to us like we were...
Yeah, there was no baby talk.
Yeah, exactly. You spoke to us like we were smart kids. Mm-hmm. And I think that, once again, helped with confidence.
Definitely.
And... you know, and then I would go and I'd talk to a teacher or a counselor or something like that, and I just didn't understand why I was being spoken to like a child. I was a child, but I've always hated the condescending tone, and all kids do. No kid, no matter what they've got going on, wants to be talked to like that. It makes them feel dumb. It makes them feel little. It makes them feel small.
Yeah.
Even if that's what they are.
It's the worst, man. The tone that goes with it is the worst. Again, same when you're an adult, right? There's condescension. Oh, my God. You know me. Like, if somebody's condescending to me, I get fired up. I go 0 to 60 fast.
Yeah, that does not ever end well.
No.
Ever.
Well, because it's the worst. So why do people condescend kids? Like, I honestly don't understand.
I don't understand it.
I don't.
Because...
I try not to condescend anybody, but if I'm going to condescend somebody, it would be an adult way before to be a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I always think of it this way. No adult wants to be talked to in a condescending tone. So why would a kid want to be talked to in a condescending tone? I've babysat before, many times, and... I never speak to the kids like that, ever. And they all like me better.
Yo, for
all
sure.
of them. Like, their parents will be talking to them like that, and they'll look bored and uninterested, and they don't want anything to do with the conversation. But the minute that somebody actually shows interest in speaking to them and talking to them, as if they were just another 14-year-old girl or a 14-year-old boy, that's when they want to be included in the conversation. Because no little kid wants to feel like a little kid in that sense.
I think it's a superiority thing. People who are condescending, they want to feel superior. And it's easy to be condescending for them. It's easy for that kind of a person to be condescending to kids because they automatically feel they're superior just because a dint of being older. They think that puts them in a position of superiority.
True.
And so that's what I think. That's why I think kids find it all the time, because if hidden in anybody is a latent sort of inferiority or desire to be superior, it comes out when they talk to kids. Oh, well, isn't that cute?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You know, and it's like, no, man, kids know just as much as you, just because they don't have as much experience. They have just as many understandings of emotion, tone. Like a kid knows when how you're talking to them, if you're respecting them or not, if you're respecting their existence. That's the thing, isn't it? Condescension is so freaking disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like it's just about as disrespectful as you can be. You could go and flick somebody in the forehead, and it's less disrespectful than being condescending.
It just shows that you don't respect that person that you're talking to.
Yeah, it's completely that.
Yeah, I've never understood condescension.
That's why your friends, like kids like me, like ever since, you know, when you were any age and up until today, and it will continue to that. You bring people home, friends. I mean, I know I can be me sometimes, which can be a risk for you to bring people around, but it's never a risk as far as will they feel condescended to or dismissed or disrespected. Never, ever, ever. And that's why I get along with kids. That's why they like me, because I never, ever, ever talk down to them. I never assume that I'm better than them because I'm older than them. Yeah. It's just not relevant.
No.
Quite the opposite, as a matter of fact. I'm more inclined to believe that they're more open to the world and have less formed opinions, so they're more interesting, they're more liable to be listening, they're more liable to be concentrating.
Yeah, for sure. I think that adults are condescending to kids because they don't know how to act around kids. They've never been around kids.
That's the weakest excuse, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Two,
when you were a kid, buddy.
Like you said, power thing.
I think that's the big one.
Superiority?
Superiority, yeah. Superior. They want to feel superior.
That's a tricky word for me. It always has been, I think, because of the language barrier.
Yeah, superior.
Superiority?
That's... the word we're looking for here is feeling superior.
Okay, yeah.
But superiority is like a complex, having a superiority complex.
So superiority, I think that's another big part of it. Like, they just want to feel like they're big dog in the conversation, even though they're talking to a 6-year-old girl. Obviously, you're in the lead here with everything there, buddy. Like, you don't have to... Yeah,
except awareness. Everything but awareness.
Yeah, kids are very aware.
I think, too, people, for whatever reason, forget what it's like to be a kid.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I remember being 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and whatever age you want, I can cast myself back and remember what it was like. So I also have, I feel like that's important, man. If you want to talk to kids, try and remember what it was like to be a kid. That should solve all your problems. But I don't think people want to do that because, they'd prefer just to feel like they're a big shot. Condescending people are the worst, man. I mean, I'm not saying they should be in jail, but they should have to go visit the people who are in jail.
Okay. Wow.
All right, Mr. Kajang.
All right.
Episode the 84th.
This is a good episode because 4 + 4 is 8, and 4 is my lucky number.
8 + 4 is 12, which is divisible by 3, which makes it a good number.
Yep.
I love you very much.
All around a good episode. Mm-hmm. I love you too. See you next time.
Mm-hmm.